This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
And we don't raise our young boys to be men who are most concerned about duty, honor, obligation, responsibility, respect, accountability, courage, bravery, and making where they live a better, safer, more secure, and economically prosperous place. It's just gimme, gimme, gimme. You know, I got my ladies take care of me. You know, we have this drone syndrome. We have stuff like Tyler Perry, Atlanta Housewives, where they perpetrate this kind of negativity, and like a friend of mine named Cliff says, they glorify dysfunction. It's unfortunate. See, but nowadays, you know, you have so many so few strong black fathers or father substitutes that, oh my boy, you know, he'll get hurt. Oh my God, did you hurt yourself? Instead of, boy, stand up. Men don't cry behind something like that. Boy, what's wrong with you? Act like a man. And now what is the term they have when you let the kid walk 4 blocks to a corner store because you're worried about some pervert snatching him? What do they call them? Free-range kids. When I grew up, hell, you know, in Los Angeles, in South Central LA, in the summer, we left in the morning with or without our bikes, and, you know, we were back home when the street lights came on. No questions asked. And before you talk about, well, things were different, I think by the time I got out of junior high school, I'd seen 13 or 14 people murdered where I saw the death blow, and I was between 5 yards away and across the street. So it wasn't like it was a nice place.
Yes, sir.
But you know, these kids are so pampered, spoiled, and uncreative that it gets kind of weird. And one thing, I like to dance, but for goodness sakes, create some new music. I listen to stuff now and I can't tell whether it's 2 weeks old, 2 months old, 2 years old, 2 decades old, or some James Brown or Ike and Tina Turner came up with in 1961. I heard some kids sitting up there talking about this, and I said, do you know where the lyrics come from? Nah, man, that's some. I said, that's sampling off of some stuff Ike Turner wrote in 1959. Huh? Man, come on, like instruments. The only new instrument they've had in the last 100-some years has been these multifaceted steel drums that they use in Caribbean music. They've got electric guitars, but the thing is the same. I mean, they've got electronic keyboards, but it's the same. I'd like to see some creativity where I'm a little upset. I like to dance, but I find myself mildly offended that as old as I am, I'm dancing the same dance my 23-year-old son is dancing. It's somebody's 14-year-old kid is dancing, with everybody from the kid to grandma is dancing the same dance to the same music. You know, when I was coming up, my parents would look at you like, what in the world is that? But now if you listen in here, listen, this is restaurant elevator music. They have swing on here, and they've got stuff playing on the sound system here that when it was current, you couldn't even hear in Memphis unless you occasionally caught it on WLOK or WDIA, if you could catch it. See, I grew up when they had the sexual revolution, so young people having sex is not unusual to me, but having so little care for the consequences is. Nobody got pregnant back then that had a college education or was in high school. Everybody got the pill or something, or wore a raincoat. It didn't have anything that you could catch that a shot of penicillin wasn't going to clear the symptoms up in an hour, and you'd be okay within a week. Now they brought all that antibiotic resistant stuff back from the NOM, where certain people that caught certain things were taking 2 pills, felt better, and didn't take the other 28. You got that Superman infective agency coming back to the country, but nobody got pregnant, but now people don't care. On my show, we consulted with a fertility clinic, the largest in the country. It was in California. They said less than 5% of their customers were infertile married couples. 45% were lesbians, and 50% were just ordinary women that just didn't want to be bothered with getting married and wanted to get pregnant. I think that from what I have seen in the interim wound up being rather unfair to the kids. But people are so hedonistic, pleasure seeking, etc. today, they don't care. Like, I want to be a mom, but do you know what that means? And then tell you, well, I've got a right to go party, but you got 4 kids, you don't have a right to go party. You have a responsibility to be a mother. Can't nobody tell me I can't have fun. Well, then, did you get raped? No, I didn't get raped. Well, you got pregnant 4 times by 4 different guys. You are stuck with the responsibility for raising the offspring you chose to have by yourself. See, it's bad.
Yes, sir.
I worry.
Good point. Yes, sir. You want some dessert?
No, man, I don't want dessert.